Fundamentals of Islam, this is one. Then Islamic events around the year. So based on the country we live in, like the Australia, the USA, they have some specific events. I say this is the events around the year. Oh no, sorry. The second one, events around the Islamic calendars. Islamic calendar, for example, we are studying about the Ramadan very soon, and then Eid al-Adha, and then whatever events comes, inshallah, we try to focus on those things from Quran and Sunnah. And the third thing that we try to take into consideration is the events of the lands. You know, the landscape of the Western culture has been changed a lot, so they have adopted so many things that might not be aligned with the Islamic culture. Therefore, we try to make a boundary how far we can go with the um, Islamic limitations. So we try to address those issues as well. For example, one of them will be the Halloween culture in this country. Then what do you call the Mother's Day, Father's Day, and then 25th of December. This has, but those kind of things we try to address from Islamic principle. So this is a little bit different than whatever you might have thought about this program. So these are the things that we go through, and our definitely the template for these things are Quran and Hadith. So I showed this program, these slides before, but I'm trying to quickly go through it so that it is a reminder for me and as well as you as well. So we say we migrated to this country with our kids, Alhamdulillah, for better life ahead. So Alhamdulillah, we struggle a lot to get into the society, but at the same time, our kids, those who are born and brought up here, or we brought them when they are young age, they go to the Islamic education, the public education. So once they go to the public education, they are molded with their culture as well. You cannot stop that. So we do this thing definitely for their better life as well. So what we need, we are looking for the better education and excellent morality. I'm not criticizing this country or country of Australia. I remember when I was taking oath to Australian immigration, they mentioned one point, I still remember it. One of the immigration officers told me that bring good things from your country, take good things from this country, then you will be the best citizen of the nation. I still believe it. So this country is not everything bad, and we don't bring everything good from our country. So we definitely take something that is good, and definitely we try to not to assimilate some of the things that these Western countries they do. So, but there is the question of excellent morality. Excellent morality, there might be some sacrifice has been done in the public education because their criteria of morality is different than ours. So so here is the things. The people where our kids go to their public school and they're sometimes confused, unclear, and disoriented because they see something in our family and our parents want to do, ask them to do something, but when they go to school, they think something else. And I have faced this problem as well. I'm not saying I did not. I still remember when Rahim went to the Australian school first time, and the teacher gave him the telephone number. If something happened to you, just call them. So this is not unlikely. You might have the same, you might have faced those kind of things. The disciplining kids is a kind of difficult in this country, which is sometimes aligned with our not aligned with our Islamic education. Anyway, so the kids are going to the Islamic school, and in what I call the alternate to the public schools, we are trying to take our kids to the Islamic school, full-time Islamic. So, mashallah, I believe they have excellent morality and better facilities. But affordability is a problem, although it is not a problem for Australia. But for this country, at least $1,000 you have to spend a month, $1,000 a month to go to the Islamic school in this country, which is very difficult. So other alternatives we are looking for, which is what? Arabic, Islamic, or Saturday or Sunday school or weekend school. And most of the kids, they are going to public school in this country, I believe in your area as well. But at the same time, we need to look at this, that for few hours weekend school or 2 days, is it good enough not to indulge them with the society's Western society's culture? So I'm saying, especially for our program, those who are going to Islamic school, those who are going to the public school, you can bring them together with one umbrella and try to fix something that they are facing in the public school. So one of the questions that I ask always to the parents, this is really important. Who is responsible for the Islamic educations? Normally, our culture, the mullahs, imam, or tutors, which is not. Islamically, it is not. You are responsible for your kids. And okay, where can we send the Islamic school, Islamic weekend school? I say the most important institution for Islamic education is home. Again, the most important institution for Islamic education is home, and it has been ignored for a long time. Not only this country, I believe in sometime in our country as well. So, ku anfusukum ahlikum nara. It means the responsibility goes to the mullahs to take care of me, my family, which is wrong. It is your family. The family head has the responsibility for the ku anfusakum ahlukum nara. Anyway, so I'm saying after all these things, the background of Islamic education, the backbone of Islamic education is the family. Now, what it is? What is it? I don't know. Anyway, I just put it there. Family as an institution. Okay, so my talk will be based on the three groups of people, although I'm dealing with 6 to 15 years old, but I have some materials for 3 to 5 as well. So I have some to-do list and not to-do list. This is just a reminder for you and I myself. So what is the concept of family-based Deen? Those who did not attend before, please pay attention to this particular diagram. And this is a concept of family. Concept of family, as you can see, I'm taking as not the definition given by Obama a long time ago. Our family consists of at least three components: father, mother, and child. And as you can see, the father, mother are related by social bonds, we call it nikanama. And our relationship with the kids, we call it blood bonds or blood ties. But at the same time, if you look at your neighbors, they also have those things. Sometimes not, but most of the time they have the father, mom, and children. So what is the difference between a faith-based, the family versus non-faith-based family? So I take it two ways, only two ways. Number one, non-faith-based family, they have multiple goals, not one goal. That's what I'm saying. Non-faith-based community or the family have multiple goals. For example, in this country, the how do you call it? The expenses are shared by mom and dad equally sometime, and they have their separate bank account. Therefore, they think about you have to pay 50% by the uh, uh, either of the parents, and they are liable to look after the kids up to a certain stage, and then the kids to move out of the place, out of the family, and they start their own. So this is multiple goal. I'm saying mom, dad, and kids, they have different goals. But in a faith-based family, Islamic family, you should have one goal, only one goal, which is which is the achieving the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no other goal than this one. And I'm saying it is mentioned in Surah Safat, probably 3700, and I took these examples from Ibrahim, Ismail, and Hazar. So you see that the incidents. In that case, Ibrahim al-Islam was tested by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for many things, and he never said no to any of the tests given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So as a father figure in a family, a father should be ready to take all the challenges to follow the commandments of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now let us come back to the Hazrat. Hazrat radiallahu ta'ala, he was left in a barren land at that time. He was, she asked a question to the Ibrahim. What was it? Are you living into this land because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And he just shook his hand. That is why. And Hazrat said, okay, alhamdulillah, you can go. Allah gonna look after us. So in order to fulfill the commandments of Ibrahim, Hazar was helping to Ibrahim alayhi salam. The same thing happened to their son. Subhanallah, I say this thing again and again. Son asked the same question as the question was asked by mom. Mom asked, was it because of the commandment of Allah you are leaving us in this situation? Same question was asked by Ismail. Is it from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? When he came to know it was from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he used an order word, tif'al, do it, satajiduni, insha'allahu minas sabirin. So in this case, you can see all of them are looking at one goal, achieving the satisfaction, that achieving the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All of them, dad, mom, and kids. So this is what a Islamic family should be. So how to move from so-called blood ties and social ties to the faith bond. And the faith bond is much stronger than any other bonds. So in order to move there, the only differences we see is the knowledge of Islam. Knowledge of Islam and its application. So this is what we are trying to achieve as a family. Again, this is called family-based deen. It is not responsibility of the kids alone. It is your responsibility as well. So we have to have a shared goal. We have to have a common goal so that we can achieve it. So this is the basic concept of family-based deen. Now let us move up. Anyway, so this is about 3 to 4. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when our Ibrahim alayhi salam was talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he did not forget to mention Rabbi habli minas salihin. Unlike us, oh Allah, give me an engineer, doctor, and lawyer, and so on. He was looking for a righteous son. So those who don't have the kids, please pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the righteous kids. I did not do it. So I missed that train, but I'm asking those who have chance, please pray to Allah for the righteous son. Now, here is the 3 analogy that I use for 3 to 5. Okay, 3 to 5, you have the mold, you have the mud that you can mold it the way you want. Remember, everyone's kids below 5, they're really good. Really good. They try to follow the parents. Whatever parents do, they try to follow it. But this is the most important stage, because according to the psychologist, they say this is the time you can put most of the stuff in their brain, because they stay in subconscious mind. Whatever you put in their subconscious mind, it will be habit in course of time. So especially in this stage, 3 to 5, try to teach them most of the Islamic etiquettes, and you follow it, and they're going to follow it. But you should not force them. So you be the example so that they can follow you. Okay, so it should be the, I say, spontaneous learning. It is not in our case we force them to memorize 99 names of Allah and then those kind of things. It should be the spontaneous feeding instead of force feeding. So I have some books and that I followed, especially for the stories of surahs and prophets and nasid, and reading from and memorizing some Quran when they go to sleep, just before they go to sleep. Anyway, that is not my area, but I have some syllabus that I followed for this one. Akika, IQ test, subconscious. Okay, let us move. Okay, 5 to 10. So this is what I have been focusing, middle school to high school. So that is what the importance of the family comes. Okay, now here is what I say. In order to make this effective, right? Yes. Okay, in order to make this effective, I'm missing someone still waiting. Okay, so okay, kindly keep your mic muted when I talk. So 5 to high school, this is what the program that we focus on. And as I said, it is you need to two stuff, family and then friends. These are the two things most important. And you can remember the first place we can mold the way we want. And this is the place where you can give the shape of these kids. Remember, this is the most important one. You can give the shape of the kids. So I say this is result of genetics and environment. So these are the things we need to provide the right environment to get the shape. So I say this is where the family is important. Let me go through family-based thing. I said, and when you go to what? When you go to high school, don't try to give the shape or don't try to mold it. Only high school you can paint it. Beautiful painting. Remember, the time of painting don't like to do molding or shaping. This train has gone. You missed it. So there is no way you can mold it. And this is where the major problem comes. Our primary and secondary school people don't pay attention, and high school, they realize it is too late. Then they try to come to the people. Can you fix it? Which is not possible. It is unlikely unless there is a rahmah from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anyway, so as a Muna youth leader, we do some program here, 3 to 5. Okay. So I'm done with the 3 sections that I have been dealing with, and now some to-do list. So this is where we need the parents, those who are listening to me. Please, I ask this question to them every now and then. Are you following the etiquette of Islam? What kind of etiquettes? For example, when they are moving into the home, are they saying Assalamu alaikum? The thing, parents, please pay attention to this one. I'd like you to be a part of it. Please follow all the etiquettes of Islam. When you come home, give Assalamu alaikum to the kids, to your wife, and then hug them. Please hug them. Doesn't matter how old they are, even their high school, please do not forget to hug them. And your wife also, you can hug your wife as well, which is legitimate. And then kiss them. Wow. Kissing, hugging, this is very important. Never forget to have hugging and kissing to your kids, and take some special time. Be their friends rather than their Lord. Sometimes we are so keen. Okay, this part, as I said, there are 2 things that we need. One is the family, The second, you need to choose their friends before they choose themselves. They might not choose the right friends, but this is your job to hang with the people who follow your etiquettes or the etiquettes of Islamic etiquette. So you choose them and try to their friends, and this is for their sake, not you. So you are choosing friends or family so that they can choose friend from that family as well. This part is very important. There are two things. One is the family, and in this case, family is not enough. You have to choose their friends as well. Okay. So the second things I say everyone to take the dinner together. We call it family fun dinner. So parents, if you are not part of it, they cannot do it. I know you can say my father is not there. Why the moms and other can sit together and have dinner together? And I always ask them, have you have the dinner? Although I never ask them it is fun or not, but please be bring their kids to, your kids together for family fun dinner. And lastly, if you are home, pray together. If you're home, please pray together. And the last part is forget and forgive. This is for our parents. Now, not to-do list, dear parents. I know you need to fight. Fighting is a part of our family. You cannot ignore it, but not in front of the kids. I say you better put several alarms. Put the several alarms 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock when they go to sleep. Wake up, take your time and fight as much as you can, but not in front of the kids. No blame game, no fighting in front of the kids. Remember, it is because they learn double standard from you. Because we are trying to teach them a peaceful family, but at the same time, you are fighting. Fighting is common, but it should not be in front of them. Now, the most important one, the backbiting. Wow, backbiting. Never backbite to any of your friends in front of them. So you are underestimating their perception. They're going to take it seriously. The mom and dad, they do backbiting. Therefore, they are not following the Islamic etiquette. So this is very, very important. Never backbite or never say bad about the other families in front of them, which is not good either. Part-time job, sometimes people do. I don't agree with that. I should not allow them to